All right, here is the review for actually an unexpected accessory. I knew it was coming. I just didn't realize it was being sent out. This is Ocular Max's RMX-01 Plus the cage. And as you can see, it is just a cage to put, I guess you could put any Ravage in it. It's designed for their RMX-01 Jaguar 1-to-1 scale cassette tape that they released, which is a fun figure, and I'm really glad I have him. The cage, I don't really know that I need it, but it's a neat little accessory. Now here it is with the Make Toys version of Hound. I feel like this came out now. I think they were originally trying to time this to be out, and I don't know if it's out, or this is a slightly early review sample, but they wanted to come out around now because of the Masterpiece Hound that's coming out. I don't know if all the accessories will be functional with it, but just to give you an idea of the cage from the episode very early on, I think it's episode 3 of the first season. I think it's More Than Meets the Eye Part 3, where they capture Ravage, and then Hound drops the key, and Ravage manages to sneak into the cage and get free. So maybe you might even be able to, because it does come with a little key, and you might be able to hang it here on, because like it's just a little key with a little metal loop, and like it won't stay. It won't actually hook on, but you might be able to kind of hook this over this little tab here on. Well, no, okay, it doesn't look like it's gonna cooperate. No, I'm not gonna fiddle with that too much. He does have a couple little tabs here that I thought maybe you could hang the key on, but it's got a little key with a little little piece of chain there. There's a slot here in the middle of this that the key can stick in. It actually is just a pass through. You can see it sticking out the back here, there in the middle. So if you want to have it in the cage, now the cage comes in excuse me, a much flatter box. You expect, because the top and bottom and then each side of the cage are all separate pieces. You do have to assemble it, and when you assemble it, you'll notice there's 4 holes on the end pieces. This piece in the back has pegs that go into each of all 4 of these holes. The front piece here that goes up against the front of the lock only has pegs down here, and that's because while it's just friction, and the friction does hold it very well, you can pop the cage open like that, and Ravage can get free, or Jaguar can get free. So that's how that opens. So just make sure that when you're assembling it, that there's little indents here on the edges of the cage that match up with these tabs here, but also you want to make sure that the one that does not have tabs up here at the top goes into the front so the cage can open like that. Now, as I mentioned, the Hound walks off, key drops, and Ravage reaches through. I don't remember which paw it is. I'm not being entirely screen accurate. Reaches through to get it, but it's just out of reach, and he extends a little arm out of his paw, which can tab right in here into it's where the ball joint sits, but that little ball joint slot on his paw, you can tab this in and give him the little extender to grab the key and drag it into the cage. It looks like a tiny Cybertronian back scratcher, I guess, but yeah, so if you want to use that, you can. These are very small pieces. They will likely stay in the box, just so they don't get lost in the little baggie they came in, because the key especially is very tiny. But yeah, it's a solid piece. I don't know if it's a necessary thing. I think it is timed very nicely to come out around the same time, because like I said, while I do have the Make Toys Hound standing in here, the official Masterpiece Hound is out soon. And if you want to display your Jaguar with him, it's a good time to get it. Yeah, so it's a simple prop, but it is thematic. There was a scene that a lot of people tend to remember when they captured Ravage and Hound guarding him. So if you want to recreate that, here it is. There is Ocular Max's RMX-01 Plus the cage.